You know, Shami, when I was putting on a lot of weight, I was really facing low self-esteem issues. But now I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling so much better.
You know, Kriti, it's a vicious cycle. We are overweight, we try to lose weight, we try some form of exercise for some time and give up. Only if you continue and continue for some time, not only you start feeling good about yourself, but you actually start seeing the result very soon.
And so perseverance is the key. And with our show, you can actually stay motivated. So Shami, tell me today, what are you going to teach us?
Today the focus area is the thigh muscles, and we are going to work so that we can actually tone up our thigh. You will begin your practice for today by performing 15 Chandra Namaskar. And when you are performing Chandra Namaskar, focus on the posture which actually distinguishes Chandra Namaskar from Surya Namaskar, and try and hold that posture for 15 to 20 seconds. And now we begin our practice for today. We are going to start with Vajrasana. So, knees bent. This is a cultural posture, very important posture, really very good for digestion and can be performed immediately after your lunch or dinner. So, your knees are bent, you are trying to rest your hips on the heels, your spine tall, palms are resting on the knees and relax. So, by performing this posture, you are relaxing yourself and you are also stretching your quads, since this is the focus for today. Next, in Vajrasana, we are just trying to tuck the toes on the floor. So, come in the kneeling position, tuck your right toes and then tuck your left toes. Basically, you are trying to push the back of the toes on the floor and then sit down. Core in, and again you are pushing your hips on the heels. Keep pressing your toes against the floor as much as possible. You should feel good stretch on your toes. Next, move. You are resting your hips on the heels. Use your core for the balancing. Just sit for some time. Relax completely. Now, we are going to perform Supta Vajrasana. Supta means lying down. So, Vajrasana in lying down position. We come back to Vajrasana again, the first posture. For Supta Vajrasana, start reclining at the back. So, just go recline at the back, use your core, tuck it in. Slowly place your elbows on the floor one by one. Stretch, you are sliding your hips down. This way, core in and lie down. Check your comfort level. You can place your palms on the thighs or on the chest, or if you are looking for some more stretch, stretch it up above your head. Slowly place your elbows firmly on the floor, slowly come up. Use your core all the time and relax for some time. If at all you have any kind of knee injury, please do not perform this. Or if you feel too much of stretch, check your comfort zone. Only if you are okay, go ahead. Otherwise, do not perform this. The last posture for today is Natarajasana, which is performed in standing way. So, Natarajasana, dancer's pose. We start in Tadasana, legs together or apart but parallel to each other. Core in, your hips contracted. Keep your spine tall, get your balance. Slowly bend your right knee. You are holding your right ankle. Try and get both the knees together. Left palm on the left side of the waist. Keep yourself tall. Start stretching your body so that you don't lose balance. Get your balance slowly. Relax for some time. Start separating your right heel from the right hip. Slowly, and as you begin to start moving it back, start moving your body in front so that you can maintain the balance very slowly. Stretch your arms to get more balance. You can come get your left hand in Chin Mudra and stretch with exhalation. And relax. It's really difficult to balance if you don't have even surface, but try as much as possible. You will definitely get decent benefit from that also. First three postures are relaxing postures. You can start with 30 seconds, 1 minute, you can go for like 2-3 minutes. Just be careful with the third posture. You should not feel extreme stretch, and if you feel so, start adjusting. For Natarajasana, try and get your balance slowly. Try and see if you can perform for 10 seconds. If you're okay with that, 20 seconds, and gradually increase the timing. And health tip of the day. As per some of the research, if you're obese or overweight, you should try and burn around 2000 calories in a week, and you start losing weight in a very healthy manner.
Shami, since you've been taking me to all these new places, today I thought I'll bring you to a brand new Purani Jeans kitchen. How do you like it?
I like it, very open.
And today I'm making moong dal tikkis for you.
So we are going to have good source of protein today.
Absolutely, let's begin. So Shami, I'm going to start by adding just a drop of oil. To that I'm going to add some hing, or asafoetida as we call it, because hing gives a lovely flavor to moong. Now I'm going to add some ginger. It's a big piece of ginger. I'm going to remove it later on, so don't worry. I'm going to put big pieces of red chili and remove it later on. Now here I'm going to add some potatoes. Shami, you'll notice that these potatoes still have the skin on. The reason for that is skin not only has fiber, potato skin has a lot of other proteins and minerals which are very good for health. Now to this I'm going to add a little bit of haldi, turmeric powder. Here I have some coriander powder. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. This will make the potato leave its moisture right away, and it will cook a little more quickly. I'm going to lightly saute this potato. I'm going to add the moong dal in this. I'm just going to saute the moong dal a little bit. As I told you, it's fairly easy if you just pressure cook it, but don't pressure cook it with a lot of water, because that will just make it more difficult to form the tikkis. I'm just going to add some water to this. Mix it a little bit. We want it to cook, but we don't want it to become watery, so don't add too much water. Just enough to kind of hold it together. I'm going to put on the lid. I'm just going to remove these chilies now. The dal is almost cooked and the chilies have done their job. Here I have these 1 or 2 big pieces of ginger. I'm going to remove these as well, because obviously nobody is going to like that coming in their mouth when they're having the tikki. I'm going to add some chili powder to this. If you don't like too much chili, you're obviously welcome to not add chili powder after you've already added the flavor of fresh chilies. And I'm going to add some garam masala powder. Okay, now this is done. The dal and the potato is cooked. I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to allow this to cool before we mash it. Now I'm going to add some fresh coriander to this mixture, just to give it a little freshness and color, and herbs are always good for you. I'm just going to use this spoon and mash this mixture lightly. Now this is basically done.
So this has dried up completely.
It's dried up completely, and because it's cooked, it's mashing and you can see it's already binding on its own. I'm just going to transfer this into another bowl. And now it's time to shape the tikkis. So I'm just going to take 1 spoonful of the mixture. I've greased my hands with a little oil, and I'm just going to shape this. You know, you can see it's a coarse tikki. I've not put it in a grinder or anything of that sort because it gives a lovely texture to the tikki. And potato not only gives this tikki binding, it also, like I said, completes the meal because it's like a carbohydrate that's added to the protein. So it's like a complete meal. So we just shape it like a laddu and just press it, and we have another tikki ready. And these tikkis are shaped and ready to be cooked. I have a preheated pan over here. It's a non-stick pan, so it's not going to use oil, much oil. I'm just going to add a couple of drops for flavor. Just going to swirl it like that. And now to this I'm going to add 1 tikki at a time. Tikkis will hold their shape because it's moong dal and it's nicely mashed up with potato. They can be eaten like vadas also. It goes really well with mint and green chili chutney. Just some mint, coriander, green chili and lemon. And it's time to turn when they're slightly brown. You see, you don't need to fry these. It's really easy. It holds its shape and it's going to become nice and crisp even with almost no oil in the pan. So there you go, Shami. When there's nothing at home except for some potatoes and dal, this is the best and the easiest thing to make. The food tip for the day is vegetarians have fewer protein options than non-vegetarians. So make sure you include lentils and pulses in your daily diet so that you have a complete intake of protein.
Did you like the episode today? If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel and do share your reviews with us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.